walk, a little hike every day. And wanted to let you guys know that are following our channel. We're thinking about making a big change. And a lot of people that have been out on the road for 3 or 4 years do some kind of change. You know, different rig. Find a cabin somewhere, like changing lanes. If you're not following those guys, you should. He puts out a lot of good information. He's really handy. KYD, I think they got 2 places now, one in Florida, one in Arizona, and they still travel all over. Very popular channel. And one of our favorites is Less Junk, More Journey, because, well, we just watched that little family grow up, and I used to call it pink boots because their little girl used to wear pink boots, and every time we watched them jump into puddles, and she's grown up for too long, she's going to be a pretty lady like her mother. Anyway, all of them have made changes, and we're thinking about making a change too. And so we're going to keep you updated on that, and tell you what we might or might not be doing, and the reasons for it. So keep watching, and we'll talk about more about that later.
Telling her to calm down, my head in my hands now. Play it back, I still can't seem to figure out. When the rain came and we became a mosaic here on the ground. Baby, I can't seem to trace it. We went from weightless to dragging our feet on the floor. Lost in translation, I keep on chasing who we were before. Tell me it's alright, tell me we're alright, tell me that you and I have a chance. Oh, tell me it's alright, tell me we're alright. Swear I traded all to get us back again.
Hey guys, wanted to show you this real quick. We camped. This is where the race was. If you watched one of our last videos, this is the race where they came down across the dam and then went up into a mountain up here, and we camped right here. But right now I'm standing here, which is right by Mountain View, but I believe that we're in a campsite down here. But what's really cool about this place is you can see there's actually 3 reservoirs, and I believe this is up on a mountain. We haven't been up there all the way. We went up here. There's a bunch of campsites. There's Lakeview Campground, and there's a couple other trails, but there's dispersed up here. I think it's up along this road right here. There's some dispersed camping there. We drove up here. We didn't go into here too much, but we went all the way up this road by this reservoir. We drove all the way up here, all the way up to this campground. Now that campground right there is kind of iffy for a big rig. We could have done it, but the big rig sites were already occupied. And then you can go all the way over to Aspen, and then there's a Twin Peaks campground. I have no idea what size of rig, but there's actually signs will fit in there, but there's actually signs talking about going to Aspen, and I think there's a limit on the size of what you can take over that pass. That's a really cool place, but there's tons of camping all around here. There's some boondocking, like I said, up here, and if you go back over here by the dam, there's actually people right now parked on this side of the road of the dam right here. Big rigs too. And you can park down here by the water, which we did, big rigs. Twin Lakes Recreational Facilities. Gotta love Colorado. They get it. Okay guys, here we are, campsite. They put down a lot of this broken up asphalt, black tar stuff. And these, from this one down to that end down there where you see the reflection, they're all level. But the others, I haven't quite leveled them yet. And I'm just going to show you around this camp. This is rodeo arenas and fairgrounds rodeo, but they also have a ton of places to camp. And the problem is they're really close together. So, but I don't think that matters, because when they have their big rodeos, people just come for the horses and for the rides and all that has to do with the rodeo. So they're not really concerned, I don't think, about, you know, glamping like we do. They just pack them in here. Now, about 2 or 3 years ago, and I'll go back and show you some video of the area when we first came in here with our Montana. It was one of the first places we camped once we got our Montana that Patty calls Miss Missoula. We came in here and parked, and we liked it because we didn't have Starlink. And as you can see, there's a big tower here. I believe that's an AT&T tower, because Verizon almost ignores it. But there's probably 70, 80 sites in here. Every one of them has water. Every one of them has 30 amp. There's a few in here that have 50, but most of them are 30 amp. It's $30 a night if you want the water and the electrical hookup. If you don't, you kind of got to find one, which is what we're doing. See, because I have power with the solar and I have water. I brought water with me, so I don't have to worry about that aspect. But I just wanted to show you around. When we first got here, as I was saying a few years ago, there was only a few sites in here and a few along that back, but they don't ever seem to have a lot of people camped in here, except for the rodeo, which they will almost totally shut it down for that. You can't get in here for those a week or two. But at any rate, it's a pretty good place, and the reason is it's about 23 miles from Castle Rock, Colorado. Castle Rock, Colorado is about 12, 13 miles south of Denver area. And in here, I'll show you in Roger Lee Evans Agricultural Building, which they actually have church here on Sunday, which we found to be interesting. And have some nice little bushes and flowers along here. But we'll go inside of here. Don't want to disturb anybody. This is what the bathrooms look like. A couple of stalls, urinals. There's a shower in here. Shower in here. I didn't want to surprise anybody. See how light, right here. There's a shower. It's not bad, I haven't used it, but I probably will. Washer, dryer, $1 for dryer, $1.50 to wash. You can usually get some answers to your questions in these offices, but they're only here about 4 days a week, and they tell you they want you to do everything online. And we're going to come up here and show you this. This is where you come when it's kind of after hours on the weekend, like we did. You'll find the camping rules in here. You grab one of these little envelopes, fill it out, put your money in there. Got a pen, here's the rules. Not gonna go over them, boring. And then you stuff your envelope in here. And if you want to boondock, dry camp, the lady told me there's a children's playground over there and the dumpster to throw trash, and they empty it quite frequently, so you don't have to worry about it overfilling. At least I haven't noticed it yet. But she is telling me you basically want to dry camp, there's a dirt road up here, and you just pull back in there, and that's dry camping. So she also told us we could park where we're at and do the $20 a night dry camping as long as we didn't hook anything up. So we're not hooked up, we're just sitting here. But they have rodeos, they have a 4-H club or something similar to it, because they have different types of livestock, cows, bulls, sheep, chickens, anything you can think of in here during a lot of this rodeo stuff. So it's kind of a big deal for the county here. But we like camping here because it's only about 23 miles from where the grandbabies are. And my goodness, if you've ever tried to camp around Colorado, it's either a ridiculous price or it's full everywhere. If you're super rich and you want to open up a campground in the Colorado area and make some serious money, they can always use a few more. But what we have found is really exciting and fascinating is if you get out of the Denver, Colorado area and go on the other side of the range, the front range, into the mountains, in places like Buena Vista, Salida, oh my gosh, Gunnison, Creed. There are some, it's just incredible. Colorado gets it. Colorado has just so many places where you can either boondock, Forest Service, where if you're seniors like us, it's half price. They really get it. They got some lakes. It's just an amazing place. But around the big cities like Denver and Boulder, it's very expensive. So anyway, the other thing I wanted to share with you is we're in the market. That's what this is all about, this video. Other than telling you about Kiowa, Colorado, this little town, is we're about to trade our Montana in or sell it because we want a bigger rig. My family, the big reason that we come up here to camp is to be with them. So we're going to be selling our Montana fifth wheel or trading it in if we get a good price. And we're going to get a toy hauler so that like I said, a big part of our camping is coming up here just to be with the grandbabies. And so we're going to get a toy hauler with one of them porches so the kids can come stay in their own little section and camp with us on the back porch. Our rig has been absolutely fantastic to us. We really appreciate it. And we like, I don't know what this lady's doing. We really like the idea of us camping all together. They were going to go out and get a camper of their own, but then they'd have to put it in storage at the end of the year. I'll walk back in here. Okay, this is it, coming in to the fairgrounds. Not much to this place, but I am going to walk into a park that's right off the main street. And they have a couple of parks here. Not bad. Not very big. I think you could throw some trash. You know, us people that live full-time on the road, always looking for a couple of things: dumps, waters, and a place to put water where you can get water, fill up with water, and trash. You probably could do that here, just in terms of the trash in one of these cans. Let your kids play, but I don't see any place to get water. This is the park. There's another one on the other side of town. And I'm out for my walk, trying to get the miles in. You know, after that whole heart attack thing, you gotta, body in motion tends to stay in motion. A body at rest gets a heart attack. You know what I'm saying? And they can't really put it next to their house because they don't have enough room. So we got to talking and thinking, for half the money that they would pay for their own little rig, which would be really inconvenience with insurance and putting in storage and everything. They thought it would be a really good idea for them to invest in a bigger unit so that we could all, because when we come here, we try to camp as much as possible. We had a really good time this year, glamping together. So that's the hope, is to continue to do that. But our Montana 3720 RL has got to go in order to do that, and we've made so many upgrades to it, it's been kind of hard for us to let it go. A new refrigerator, 1800 watts of solar, 8 Battleborn batteries, 2 charge controllers, a 3500 4000 watt inverter, just to get it so that we could be out all the time. So it's a big change for us. But tell us what you think. What do you think we ought to do? Do you think, what would you do? Because we're trying to pick the right rig. Lately we've been looking at a Cyclone units. They're a pretty good model made by Heartland. We've been looking at the new Brinkley. We almost bought that, came real close. We've been looking at a Valor 4414 V14. And what else? Oh, we've been looking at Grand Design, the 4010 TH, which is a really nice one. But we haven't been able to decide on one yet. We're still trying to figure out the financing and how we're going to trade this one or sell Miss Missoula. So let's get a conversation going. What do you think, guys, think we ought to do? Help us pick the right one. And we'll do videos of it once we get it set up for what we're trying to do. We're on our way to Texas. There's a couple of big RV shows down there that we're going to hit, so we can look at more rigs. Maybe we haven't walked into the one that we're supposed to get. But I think some of you have been through this similar situation as this and can give us some advice as we move forward. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That really helps other people find our channel. We noticed that a lot of you watch our videos but they don't put a like on it or comments. You know, I can take it. I take good and bad comments. But let us know what you're thinking, and we'll talk to you again on the next vlog. Thanks for watching. Show Justin.
Okay, but then showing the other one too, because I think the other one's better. The only thing I really don't like on that one is the loft thing and the fact that it doesn't have the half bath.
But we have walked into them. Like that.
Out here, I just waited for that.
Okay, this is the main entrance area. This right here is a televator TV that comes up over this window for the television. Bar. Not a lot of seating in here. It's more for a couple. We'll have to address that and see what you think. But there's a pantry in the back, in you guys' area where you and the grandbabies would be. This is it. There's 2 sets of beds that come down when you don't have a toy in here. There's no bathroom here. So, but you're only with us for short periods of time, so you probably just used ours up in the front. But it's for sleeping more than anything else.
Which gives me a ton of.
So
Those are really helpful.
we'll go up here in the front. Shower. This is our bathroom, so it's real easy for one of the kids to come in here and use the bathroom and shut the door. And then the master bedroom. But feels
okay.
the quality is better than a lot of them we stepped into. So we'll have to see what we can do. All right. For a nominal fee, probably could work something out.
Fair enough.
Okay, I need to show you that this works.
Yeah, that definitely works.
That
That's in a
definitely
good
works.
spot.
That's really nice.
Yep. The Keats is better because you have to turn sideways.
Right. And we've got more, there's drawers in this one as opposed to where we don't have drawers now. And then that's fairly good sized.
Okay.
Okay, so the bathroom's good. The bedroom seems okay. I didn't remember that there was a window back there.
That's nice.
That is
And the
nice.
sides.
Yeah. Now,
Shh.
can you get in there?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You notice there's drawers underneath, not just
Yeah.
lift up bed.
So this is,
It's a heavier mattress. You may want to keep that. So I'm editing this video right now, and we're been in 3 units. Actually, let's see, a couple of Grand Designs, and we're trying to get into a Cyclone toy hauler. We like the 4014C, and it looks like the 4006 by Heartland. They're pretty good rigs, but we haven't been able to get into one yet. We're down here in Texas, more about that later, trying to hit a trade show that might have several of them, perhaps even a few brands that we haven't been in yet. And we're still looking for that input from you guys, so help us out here, help us figure out what's going on. We really like the Brinkley, but it's a little pricey, especially with interest rates right now being around 9.5% for financing, because we can't afford to, we can't do cash for the whole thing unless you got some cash you want to send our way. You can send it to Post Office Box 41088 in Texas. Oh, yeah. Yep. Just kidding. Anyway, so I just wanted to interject this, put this in here. I'm gonna step out of it. We are, like I said, in Texas. We had about 1,100 miles to drive to get here. More about that in the next vlog. And it's rainy and humid. And I'm just looking outside at the fact that we hardly ever see the sunshine. But that's this time of year in Texas. And again, more about that later. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you on the next video. Try to have more Patty in it. She works a lot, so she doesn't always make it into our vlogs. So, but yeah, I know you'd rather see her face than my ugly mug, but oh well.
Telling her to calm down. My head in my hands now. Play it back, I still can't seem to figure out. When the rain came and we became a mosaic here on the ground. Baby, I can't seem to trace it. We went from weightless to dragging our feet on the floor, lost in translation. I keep on chasing who we were before. Tell me it's alright. Tell me we're alright. Tell me that you and I have a chance. Oh, tell me it's alright. Tell me we're alright. Swear I traded all to get us back again. Don't know how to talk to you the way that I used to do. Nothing but negative space in our living room. Try to shrug it off, say it's nothing, but we both know that just isn't true. Baby,